Students, in this video lesson, we'll be learning a very important theorem from lines and angles, that is theorem 6.7, which is the angle sum property of a triangle. Along with it, I would be also brushing upon some important properties that you have learned in lower class. Please have a look. Now, I want all of you to make a note of this very important theorem in your notebook. Write it down in your geometry notebook, and this is the proof of the theorem. Now you need to prove the angle sum property of a triangle. So what is the angle sum property of a triangle? It states the sum of the angles of a triangle is 180 degree. This statement holds true for any kind of triangle, be it an acute angle triangle, an obtuse angle triangle, or a right angle triangle. Now on the basis of this, we are going to draw a triangle. I want you to draw this triangle in your notebook because you know that without a diagram, proof is meaningless. So we have a triangle that is PQR, which is any triangle. And from this, write down what is given. So it is mentioned that PQR is any triangle. Now, on this triangle, I want you to note down these numbers 1, 2, and 3. That is angle P. We take it as 1. Angle Q, let's number it as 2. Angle R, we will number it as 3. Now, the reason why I've put numbers out here is proving becomes a lot more simpler and the number of steps are reduced. So, what is it that you need to prove? You have to prove that angle 1 plus angle 2 plus angle 3, they sum up to 180 degree. Okay, so is there any construction in this? Yes, construction is basically anything that you do which helps you to prove the theorem. So we are going to draw a line parallel to QR, which is passing through point P. So the construction, draw a line passing through point P parallel to side QR. So students, we will begin with the proof now. I want you to jot down this, the name of the theorem, what is given, what you need to prove, construction along with the diagram. So let us have a look at the proof. The same diagram, I'm drawing it once again. Okay. Now, after having drawn this triangle, let us number this angle as 4 and let us number this angle as 5. So we have angle QPX as angle 4, angle RPY as angle 5. Okay. Now, proof, you know that XPY is parallel to QR, right? And PQ is the transversal. So what kind of angles do you get here? You get Z-shape angles, that is angle 4 will be congruent to angle 2. And the reason for it is they are alternate angles. Number it as statement 1. Now the same thing you get on this side. You know that XPY is parallel to QR and PR is a transversal. Now because of that, angle 5 becomes congruent to angle 3 because they are alternate angles. So they are alternate angles and we number that as statement 2. Now students, look at this 4, 1 and 5. When you take them together, don't they form angles in a linear pair? So we'll make a note of it. That is angle 4 plus 1 plus 5 is equal to 180 degree because they are angles in a linear pair. And let's number this as statement 3. Now what is it that you need to prove? You have to prove 1 plus 2 plus 3 is 180 degree, but we have still not proved it. Now look at these three statements. You know that 4 is equal to 2 and you also know that 5 is equal to 3. So in place of 4, I can put 2, and in place of 5, I will put 3. So what we are doing is we are substituting 1 and 2 in statement 3. So let us substitute. So when you substitute, you get angle 2 plus angle 1 plus angle 3 equal to 180 degree. So isn't that what you get? 1 plus 2 plus 3 equal to 180 degree. We'll just rearrange the angles. So when you rearrange it, you get angle 1 plus angle 2 plus angle 3 equal to 180 degree. Hence proved. That means you have proved that in this triangle PQR, angle P plus angle Q plus angle R is 180 degree. Students, I repeat it once again. This is a very important theorem, and I want you to make a note of this in your geometry notebook. Let us look at some important properties that I want you to note down in your book. Exterior angle theorem, properties based on exterior angles. Let us have a look at it. Exterior angles of a triangle. You all are aware of what exterior angles of a triangle are. But my question to you is, how many exterior angles does any triangle have? Is it 6? Is it 9? Is it more than that? Or does a triangle have only 3 exterior angles? Have a look. Now I have drawn a triangle ABC, and I've extended the sides, that is, the sides are produced. So this is the figure that I get. Now, which are the exterior angles of this triangle? The clue out here is, look at the interior angle. This is the interior angle. Do not take the vertically opposite angle. This is the interior angle. So I don't want you to take the vertically opposite angle. Same is the case here. This is the interior angle. Do not take the vertically opposite angle. Other than the vertically opposite angle, the angles in a linear pair that you get will be the exterior angles. For example, now look at angle A. Now this is the interior angle. Doesn't this in blue and the interior angle form angles in a linear pair? Yes. So this is one of the exterior angles. Similarly, look at the other region in blue. These two are the exterior angle of this triangle. There are more to it. So the clue is, look at the interior angle. Don't take the vertically opposite angle, but take the angles that form a linear pair with this angle. So this forms a linear pair. This forms a linear pair. Now similarly, look at B. This is the interior angle. So what forms a linear pair with this interior angle? It's this. So you get the region in black. Okay. Similarly, these two form angles in a linear pair. So the other region in black. So these two are the exterior angles. Likewise, in this region, this is the interior angle. So this whole thing out here is angles in a linear pair. So which will be the exterior angle? This region, because it forms an angle in a linear pair with this interior angle, and also the angle below, because these two angles form angles in a linear pair. So the clue out here is, whichever angle forms a linear pair with the interior angle, you have to take that angle. You will not take the vertically opposite angle. Many students end up writing, this is the exterior angle, this is one of the exterior, and this is one of the exterior, which is false, which is wrong. So in total, how many exterior angles does a triangle have? It has 6 exterior angles. Okay, so I want you to write down this in your notebook. You're going to draw this diagram and you're going to shade this so that you remember that every triangle will have 6 exterior angles. Now I'm giving you a homework in this. I have named these lines and I've taken these points as P, Q, R, S, T and U. You have to write down the exterior angles of this triangle. So how will you write down? I'm giving you the first clue. Now look at this. This is one of the exterior. This is the other exterior. So you can mention it as BAP and CAQ. One pair of exterior angles. Okay. Then ABR and CBS. They are the other exterior angles. Okay. So like this, you will write down the 6 exterior angles of this triangle. Got it? Now, I want you to remember these properties. You will make a note of this also. If a side of a triangle is produced, the exterior angle so formed is equal to the sum of the two interior opposite angles. That means we take a triangle ABC and I am producing one of the sides. That means I'm extending one of the sides. See, it's extended. And if the measure of angle A, suppose, is 60° and if the measure of this exterior angle is 110°, how would you find the measure of this angle B? What would be the measure? The measure would be 50° because the exterior angle is equal to the sum of the remote interior angles or sum of the two interior opposite angles. Which are the interior opposite angles? If this is the exterior angle, do not take this, okay? Take the ones lying in the extremes. So two interior angles. So these two angles. So this is the property. This is called as the remote interior angle theorem. Okay, you just have to remember this property that the exterior angle is always equal to the sum of the remote interior opposite angles or the sum of the two interior opposite angles. Okay, now based on this, we can also conclude that any exterior angle of a triangle is always greater than either of its interior opposite angles. Now look at this exterior angle 110. Isn't this 110 greater than 60? Yes, 110 is also greater than 50. That means the exterior angle will always be greater than each of its interior opposite angle. Okay, or you could say that it is greater than either of its interior opposite angles. So students, here in this video lesson, we have done a very important theorem. We've learned what exterior angles are, how to identify exterior angles, and certain properties based on them. Now, I want you to make a note of this in your notebook. First, you're going to write down the proof of the theorem that we just did. That is the angle sum property of a triangle. Don't forget to draw the diagram. Write down the proof of this theorem. This is very important. You will mention this in your notebook. The second thing that I want you to write down in your notebook is the number of exterior angle of a triangle. That is 6 exterior angles. You will draw a diagram like this. You will shade this in different colors. You could give the same color to this, same color here, and the same color out here. And also, homework, write down which are the 6 exterior angle of this triangle. And at the end, you will jot down the properties that I have done. That is the remote interior angle theorem, which states that the exterior angle is equal to the sum of the two interior opposite angles, and also the exterior angle is greater than each of the interior opposite angles. So all these you're going to write down in your notebook. And students, in the next video lesson, we are going to start with exercise 6.3, which is based on all these properties that we have learned in this video lesson. Okay, so until then, goodbye and take care.